ravens. So it's flying in a flock over this way.
Do you have a chess piece yet?
So, welcome back, all my random weirdos.
No, you don't.
Love
You
you,
should do that
YouTube.
with that,
You're
and then
amazing.
tie it into your chess piece.
Love you. Huh? What were you
I
saying,
said you
Venus?
should do that and then into a chess piece.
You know what? That
Have
would
it
be
go.
kind of cool. Mr. Ravenwood wants to go into the chat in the YouTube live, so someone make sure.
Link is posted.
I'm seeing it right
so that
here,
he doesn't have to talk out loud. I was showing off my tattoo, you guys, because tuck in my tag here. Because this was a lot of pain to go through, not to show it off.
And it's absolutely gorgeous too.
Yes, this was done by Randy. We all call him Junior, from Paradise Tattoo in Colorado Springs. He is a fantastic artist. I love this little bat. But I was saying that there's a bunch of stuff hidden here in the woods. I'm gonna get more added to it later, but I want to get some more bats and have them come down my arm.
Hey, Mr. Ravenwood.
And then I want to have ravens coming in the other direction.
That'll be freaking gorgeous.
Yeah.
So apparently I came in right in the middle of things.
Yeah, we were just having some fun chit chat, just talking and stuff like that. Not really doing too much, but just having a lot of fun.
Sweet. Well, I did a suggestion that you made last night. Meditate and do a card reading before I do anything on the phone.
Which is good. And how did it turn out?
Rather interesting.
Ooh.
The card pull was interesting.
When in doubt, meditate.
Yeah.
Meditation is the answer.
One of the best things that I see is when you get up in the morning to go ahead and start your day, instead of grabbing your phone, just meditate first and do a reading in the process of you doing that meditation, because sometimes you get some of the best readings you can ever get. Is when you first wake up, because your subconscious is still awake.
I always tell people when they're first starting meditation, in order to get the habit of it, there are 2 times of the day that are guaranteed, always scheduled. Not at the same time, but they're definitely going to happen. And that is when you wake up and when you go to sleep. So I have a meditation for waking up, and I have a meditation for going to sleep on my YouTube channel.
Makes sense.
And that is there for everyday use.
Now, where can people find your YouTube?
Well, if you look up Alyssa Ravenwood, or you just search the Hoarder House Horrors, you will find my YouTube is rather easy to spot. I am all over my YouTube. You will see my pretty big face.
And she has
everywhere.
some really great content, guys. And I mean, it's absolutely fun content. There's a lot that she does. She does meditation videos. She also does witching in the kitchen, and she does. She has live
I usually
streams.
do those as a live stream when I can, but I've been working on this project so much, and the clips that I'm putting together from all of us hanging out, and the little show that I'm putting together, that big project for my channel. Sort of been lax on it. Gonna get better.
Yeah, but it's a lot of editing, and editing is a long process, and I
especially when you're first putting it together, you've got to get the template right.
Yeah, and then I absolutely hate editing, because I sit there and I start becoming a perfectionist when it comes to it, and then I gotta remember, don't be a perfectionist. Make sure that everything is in order, but don't be a perfectionist, because then you'll sit here all week long editing one video that could have took you 2 days.
Right. And like, that's my problem, is I'll sit there and I'll be listening to myself, and when I don't hear the ums when I talk, when I listen to myself on recordings, I hear every tiny little problem, every single one of them. And so then it's just like, what the heck?
And I don't
Um,
like having to sit there and listen to my voice for an entire week.
mhm,
I'm like,
right.
I do love doing talk shows like this where I am talking and having conversations, but I don't like hearing myself.
Right.
I
And
think
so
the
it's,
reason why I also kind of shut up myself in general is because I hated hearing myself talk.
I don't shut up. But then again, I was spent most of my childhood being told to shut up, so I don't.
Hmm.
No, actually, I was born with a difficulty with the off button for my mouth.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out that well.
Hmm. But things like that can also really benefit a person too, because that means you have talk show kind of voice to go ahead do
Yes.
talk shows and talk about
It also
anything and
means I have the
everything.
inclination to, because I've pretty much never run out of anything to talk about if someone else is sitting there with me.
That is true.
I have good news.
Good news, everyone.
The cards are willing to work with me tonight.
Woo
Yay.
woo! So we're also
I'm
gonna
gonna get a
get
piece
some
of pizza
readings.
here in a minute.
Ooh, pizza. Best thing ever.
Good news. Do you know there are people in this world who don't know pizza exists?
What?
There
There,
is.
like, you got to think. Sometimes I think about there are undiscovered and uncontacted tribes in this world, right? And you got to imagine the uncontacted tribes that live in tropical regions have no idea that ice exists.
Well, that, but I mean, like with the pizza, they have to have their own variation. They just may not
No,
call it pizza.
no, they
No.
don't. You'd be surprised exactly how unique pizza actually is. An Americanized pizza is different from the pizza you can get over in Europe. You ask for pepperoni in Germany, you're taking your life into your own hands.
Oh yes.
You want to ask for salami, you don't ask for pepperoni. They don't know what pepperoni is. Not American pepperoni. No.
Yes, but
Ask for
see, the thing is,
salami.
there's a difference between pepperoni and salami. There's a big hardcore
There
difference
is a
between
big difference, but they don't have Americanized pepperonis there.
Well, I guess I'm eating a veggie pizza then because I only eat pepperoni.
They have a lot of different kinds of things that are, for deliver though, or at least the place where I was had. And their food tastes different. You guys, the bread tastes so different. Like it's more crumbly and less sweet.
Yeah.
And
Cause
then like
here.
it's good, yeah, don't get me wrong, like it's good, but it's more crumbly, it's less sweet. It's more like the stuff that I get when I actually bake my own bread. And I found that fascinating because I mean I can't bake bread like American white bread.
Mhm.
Mine
I
always
don't know
turns
how
to
the
Greek
heck they pull that
bread.
off.
They add a lot of sugar.
I don't like that. I don't like quite that much sugar in mine. No, but I don't know how they get that sort of almost elasticy texture. Because as soon as the outside browns even slightly for me,
Mhm.
it loses all elasticity.
Yeah. I don't understand it either because the bread I make is very different from the bread that I buy.
Mhm.
And
Um,
it could be that all of the stuff in the bread that they make for buying is because the reason for the elasticity is because of the preservatives.
Mhm.
So
but I
that.
do know,
Could be.
like with bread, when you want the elasticity in it, you have to let it set longer than what you want and actually work the gluten longer when you're
Mhm.
making it homemade.
So you gotta massage that bitch longer. Gotcha.
Right,
And let the
but
yeast have sex more.
right,
Okay.
because what that's gonna do, yeah. Now,
That's
depending on
really
if you
what it
have a
is.
whole lot of air pockets in it
Mm-hmm.
or not, depends on if you like after the final rise, if you beat it down a little bit more and then bake it, you're not going to get a whole lot of air pockets. Versus if you was just to let it rise to the final set, you do the
Mm-hmm.
final rise and then you bake it
Mhm.
without beating it back down. Then you're going to have big air pockets in it.
Yeah.
I do the final rise and then just bake it because I prefer the air bubbles.
Right. because that's where when you put that butter on there, the fresh butter on a hot slice of bread, and it melts all the way down in there.
Mhm.
Mm,
Mhm.
that is so good.
And
We
it's
talk a
all a
lot about
texture.
food, guys.
It's when you make dough of any kind, it's all a textural thing. Like you can smell it, you can taste it, you can, but if you don't understand the feeling that you're looking for in that dough,
Ooh.
you're gonna end up under kneading or over kneading, and it's just gonna be no good. Like it's taken me years to get as good at bread as I am. And I'm still not as good as my sister at bread.
As a gorgeous cod.
7 of cups.
Mm.
So hi, Brian. Nice to know that you're in here. This is not a thing for kids, so you should maybe go. My brother-in-law has jumped on to the live stream.
Mm.
Totally off subject, but what
Do
are
I need to put
everyone's thoughts
do I
on
need
what's
to put him
going
in
on right
timeout?
now?
That is actually a video coming up on Friday. If you want to be a part of that, because on Friday we're having a specific live stream for that.
I definitely do, because I'm literally like, we just started our lockdown and I'm watching our capitals completely full right now.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
we're definitely talking about that on Friday because I'm bringing 2 special guests. So please stay tuned for Friday's live stream, guys.
Yep, that's why I asked.
I'm bringing 2 special guests on here, and they're going to talk about their point of views and how they see things, and we're all going to be talking about the differences and the things that need to change.
I've actually got a friend in Denver that went to one of the protests and helped
been
to pull
watching it
a young
every
girl
single
out of the
day
way after
here.
she got hit with a rubber bullet.
Oh yeah, I have a bunch of people here, but
Oh. Mm.
like I said, they just started the curfew tonight. It
Mhm.
literally starts in 1 minute, and everybody's
Yeah.
like,
No,
yeah.
my state is in curfew until further notice.
Yep, we're supposed to be, but yeah, obviously.
So,
No. The way
and I
that I
know
see it, hmm?
I know Copper's in a week-long curfew, but here in California we are on curfew until further notice.
Yeah, see, and my husband was doing door dashing today in our capital, and he saw all kinds of police activity.
Mm-hmm.
There was even the Game and Fish Commission came out. They're, they can arrest
What's
you.
the-
They're cops.
Like I said, the
They
thing
were
is,
coming out
it's
and
not
patrolling
even
it
the
too,
police activity; it's all the civilians. You can't even go downtown.
right? And then
Since Friday, you can't even go downtown.
Yeah.
There's too
thing
many
is,
people all
I
day,
just
all night.
figure as a mother of 3 and someone who clearly does not have the means to pay bail, I'm staying in for this one, and I'm going to stay out of everyone's way. Just let them do their thing.
Yeah. But I do want to talk about this in
Because I know what
detail
side I'm on.
on Friday, because I want to let some of it already pass and not be so heated in the situation. So,
Not even sure if it's going to happen. I think it's going to be more heated,
yeah.
actually.
I seriously thought it was gonna
This
die
one's
down
not going to
Monday,
simmer
but it
down.
didn't.
This
This
one's not going to simmer down.
It's not, and
I
then
don't
the
know
thing
what it
is
is.
that not only is it here in the States, it's also around the world too.
Oh, yeah. But this one's not simmering down. I don't know what makes this one different from that one teacher dude who was like legally carrying a firearm, or that one dude that got shot in the back, or that other one. Like, there's so many dudes now, and I can't even keep track of them.
What making this a difference is a lot of there's more people now that have decided like enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
And that's making a big difference in everything, because that's the reason why it's not going to slow down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're
I
not going
know.
to slow down until it is equal rights for every color.
And I
For
know
every
I spoke out on it.
Another,
Well, didn't speak out myself, but I shared a video supporting the
Mhm.
cause, because it's absolutely necessary that we become equal. Because the thing is we all may be different skin tones, but we all bleed the
Can
same.
can I alter your wording just for a second
Yeah,
there?
go ahead, because it came out a little weird myself.
Yeah. I think you heard it as you said it. It is imperative that the law recognize our inherent equality.
Yes.
It has to.
Yes.
And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And it's
Exactly that.
unfortunate. I've spent most of my adult life trying to tear down these systemic problems, and trying to keep it from swinging back in the other direction. But I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, someone's got to give eventually.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything more than I already have. Just like we tried, like we warned Joe ass, like we were just like, oh, stand back, they about to blow, and you did not listen to those of us who have been in the thick of it,
Mhm.
letting them know that they're not alone. So we came to like the white people and said, look, you don't want what happens next. And they didn't listen. And so now they get what happens next.
Yep.
And so I'm staying the fuck inside.
Mhm. And like the video that I shared, the song was Malcolm I can't even speak his name.
Do you want to know, or after you're done, can I state my opinion on where I think it all really started?
Yeah, you can.
If you like.
Okay, so
But we can also go into more detail, so more of a summary version, more
Mhm.
detail on Friday.
Yeah, so we don't
Right.
end up double covering.
So it is well known that I am conservative. However, that does not mean shit. I will make that clear. It does not mean shit, because racists come in all colors. They come in all, political stances. But aside from that, I think where a lot of the Black community's problems happen immediately after the civil rights movement, when they have been shown
Do what? Oh.
that they were actually improving afterwards. And people did not like that, so they made a system that caught anyone and all the undesirables basically into a system that spanned about 4 to 5 generations.
Mhm.
And then they also used the media, the friends, family, et cetera, to perpetuate that.
Everyone slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I didn't hear half of that. Sorry.
it's all right. I'll go into detail
Well,
on Friday.
yeah, because we're gonna be talking about it in depth with our two special guests, and seeing their point of view about it, because the special guests that I'm bringing on are a interracial couple, and they're absolutely amazing people. Love them to death. They've been friends of mine for years, and they do have a lot to say, but they do it in a way where it's not full of drama and not full of the hated heat that comes with a lot.
They're not asking those needling questions that are meant to get you to have the emotional reaction so they have an excuse to blow up. I kind of really don't like it when people do that.
Yeah.
I would actually
My
be
mom used to
interested
do
in
that shit to me.
talking to these people when I come down to California.
Oh, absolutely. I'll plan for them to come over because they are amazing people. They're my girlfriend, the girl that is the friend of mine. She's also a baby witch herself, and she's one that I've been teaching. But not only is she a baby witch, she's also Catholic. So
She's a
she's
Catholic witch.
yes.
If you're gonna be a Christian, you might as well do it whole ass. That's all I'm saying. If I were ever to convert to any form of Christianity, it would probably end up being Catholicism.
But she's absolutely amazing. She's very opinionated, but she's also very, very conscious of what she says, so it doesn't come off as rude or as any kind of vicious intent, Like
Mhm.
she wants to have that conversation, that good wholesome conversation, but she also wants to make sure her opinion is out there.
Mhm.
And then her fiance, he's absolutely amazing too. He's very sweet and kind-hearted, and he is an amazing person altogether. So this will be a very fun conversation on Friday, and I'm excited to have them on the show, and I'm excited to introduce you to them soon, Copper. Which, now that you guys know, be prepared, because here in a couple weeks, Copper's coming to visit me for an entire week. There's going to be content of me and Copper everywhere. You're going to see all the funness of Team Ravenwood meeting up.
They will be. I'm gonna be jealous. And
I
then you
just
guys would be just over the. You'll be just over the range and one state away from Phoenix.
And what I'm going to be doing is I just purchased a dash cam, or basically a dash holder for my phone, so I can record on TikTok.
So that way you can show some videos of the trip.
Yeah.
And
It's-
scenery is gonna be pretty.
It's going to be a lot of fun, because she's going to be going through some of the gorgeous areas of Utah, but she's also going to go through Vegas. So she's going to see some of that Vegas view.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to be going through the Mojave Desert, because some of the areas in Mojave Desert is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Hope that I get cell service up there, because TikTok doesn't like it when you don't have.
What's cool is if you stop anywhere and you see succulents, all you gotta do is just take a leaf or two, wait for them to dry out a bit, and just stick them onto some cactus dirt.
Yes.
You don't really have to water them that much, even.
Yeah, because you can quite literally do that, and you can bring them back with you, because that's how I got a lot of my aloe vera and a lot of my succulents that I have.
Like I totally want to go into wherever the local desert is and go get myself a nice, little aloe plant.
I love aloe.
Sagebrush.
Aloe is my favorite. I love using it to make face masks and making hair masks, but also using it for wound healing. So,
I love that you can cut it into little pieces, put it in the dirt, and it'll grow new ones.
yes. That's one thing I loved about aloe, is that you could just take one of the branches it has, or leaves, I guess you call it.
Mhm.
Um, and you could just cut it off and have a whole new plant.
Mm-hmm. Which is cool, because then all you gotta do is just grab one of those. I always call them arms.
Yeah, you only need a piece.
Yeah, just that big, and it'll grow all its own.
Yep.
Like, I love it.
I don't know where the local I don't know where the local succulents live, but I do know last time I was living in this area, there was this one place over down near where I liked to fish.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I didn't always fish there. That had just prickly pear cactus growing right there on the side of the road. I want to just go get myself some prickly pear cactus, because that stuff is great when it's grilled, and if you just grow it yourself, like
I actually have
the fruit, you can actually eat it too.
I have actually a bunch of them growing in my backyard and on the side of my house.
Nice.
Cause my mother-in-law likes to make nopales.
The fruit
Am
that
I allowed to dab?
Oh yeah, the fruits
Yes,
are good.
absolutely.
Okay. I just ask because I know some people are like, don't. So I'm like,
No, 420 friendly.
I'm always respectful and ask. Like I said.
I'm like, sit here and let Lissa get progressively higher as we go on, so you can get progressively higher as we go on. I even tell the
As
stream,
part of my show.
those that are watching, I tell them, you can get progressively higher as the show goes on,
This
because
is
you'll
her
be joining
live
us.
stream portion of my show. This our show. So of course, if it's something I'm involved in, I'm gonna want there to be weed.
And that is
You know me,
that right there is a gorgeous rig.
right?
Freaking love
What's
that.
really
Wait, is that
funny
one that
is
I've
she
smoked out of?
actually got broke. And I fixed her because she got
Is that
left
what I've
out.
smoked
That's
out of?
beautiful. When we left her out.
Oh yeah, I think I smoked
And
out of
she's
that once.
actually broke all the way around here. And I got this glue stuff. It almost turns into like rubber,
It's
but
epoxy
it sealed everything.
Yeah.
No, it's actually
or like rubber
glue.
cement.
No, it's literally glue. It's this.
Oh,
That stuff is amazing for fixing windshields too.
Loctite, yeah.
Like
Yeah, I'm like,
it doesn't even
watertight.
show.
Fixes all of it.
I'm
Like,
like,
that's awesome.
there's a glue that I want to get that fixes the cracks on windshields, and it doesn't even show that there was a crack there ever.
I love that.
Mhm.
Torches.
Torches.
Torches. What's funny is you and I have the same torch. And like
It's the
every time
best
Oh,
torch.
Because it's cheap and easy.
it is.
It's like one of the best torches for dab rigs.
It really is. And what's funny is that there were a bunch of guys.
$3. The tip is 12. So you pay 12 for the first time, and you only have to pay 3 for the rest of the time.
Right. Well, see, what's funny is that on all of the live streams and the Facebook accounts for the guys, they thought it would be funny to get into a torch measuring contest, right? And so they went and they all showed off their different little torches, and they were all like, they had some pretty decently big ones, right? But so that at the end of the stream, I put a picture of
Ooh,
me lighting a cigarette off
yes.
of this beast, and then I just posted in the captions, "LOL, y'all are cute."
That's what I told my husband, because he's got one of those ones that is like, it's this big, but it's like in the shape of like a gun, but it's like this big, and it's a tiny torch, but it's like really good torch.
I once took a dab out of a dab rig that was shaped like a pump action shotgun.
Yes.
I did, and it hit
Yes.
like a shotgun to the face.
Yes.
It was perfect.
Love those. Those are
I took
so.
like a triple dose of the fucking dab.
Those are so freaking amazing. Oh my god, I
I
love
smoked
those.
out of one that looked like a canister with one of those aliens from the movie Alien.
There
in
was
it.
a dab rig that was quite literally the globe of the world, and it had all these fancy like piping going all the way around it, and it came up where it came up over and down right here, and it looked like how the man holds the world up at the very bottom of it. And quite literally, all you have to do is set it on a table, and it sits perfectly mouth height.
Yeah.
And you,
Atlas.
hmm
You saw an Atlas dab rig.
I have no
I
idea.
bet you that probably would piss him off.
And here's the thing: I don't even know if it was a piece that they bought from a store, or if it was a custom piece they made, because they did make blown glass.
You know, technically, he's not holding up the globe; he's holding up the sky.
hmm Yeah, it's just the way they have him is actually holding up the globe.
Mm.
But it was a dope rig, and it hit so smooth.
Like, how do you depict someone holding up the sky though in statue form?
But it was like, oh, it was just, I love the hit out of that thing. I wish I could find, go and hit some dabs with him again. If only I
Mhm.
wasn't having the whole issue of dying every time I took
I'd
a
love
hit.
to sit down. I'd love to sit down and dab with Dabbing Granny again, and actually have the chance to sit down and talk to her, because we were in the middle of a party and I don't want to bother her. She was in the middle of making content. I was in the middle of making content, right? And then, like, she and I understood each other at least partly to an extent, because we shared a moment of eye contact where she was noticing that my friends were bitching at me about having my phone out again. She just looked at me in the eye, looked at my friend, and then rolled her eyes. And I'm like, you understand. They're
Yeah.
so fucking dismissive. they're so dismissive when you say that you make content for social media. They act as though this is the 90s and social media doesn't actually exist or is some sort of text platform.
Right?
Like, I'm sorry, Justin Bieber got his big break on freaking YouTube. So don't tell me that my path towards my inevitable career and inevitable success and worldwide stardom isn't good enough for you because it doesn't involve Hollywood and producers and agents and tryouts with crusty casting couches. No, don't tell me that because I'm not putting myself in a potential Weinstein situation that suddenly my art is just somehow like not going to cut it. Like my work, my labor that I'm putting into for entertaining people, just that's just not going to cut it because it's not Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm horrible. I've had my TikTok since you had me download it, and I still haven't even made one yet. I watch them all the time, all day. I have so many things saved that I want to do, and then I'm just like, I don't.
No,
I
see,
feel
and
you.
exactly. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. But you notice how many people are on there being critical of content creators, have 0 videos uploaded.
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
No,
no,
but
I'm putting my face
I'm
in my
so shy, and I'm like,
forward.
nah. I'm like, no, I don't want to put myself out there. But
Well, I mean, I'm putting my face and
but
my
at the same
opinion
time, I
forward.
know what I want my niche to be. So
Mm.
working on
Here's
it.
the thing. TikTok doesn't like cannabis being shown on there, but then why are they allowing TikTok creators to go ahead and show whole ass plants, saying, "Look at how gorgeous my cannabis plant is growing."
Right. Well, so just if it were so easy, everyone would be doing it. It's
Yeah.
difficult to get in front of that camera and submit yourself to the criticism of the public. And if you're not able to sit in front of that camera, read the comments going off from all of the trolls, right? And then be able to ignore them. Like, not even laugh them off and like get into it. No, a lot of people can do that. Any fucking troll could do that. Most of the people used to go to the Dab Lounge with me could fucking do that. No, if you could ignore
You
it.
saw me literally put myself raw out there.
Well, yeah, I did. I saw you do that. I'm just saying it's not as easy as some people seem to think it is. It does have an element of stage fright to it.
Mhm.
But see, you have actually you're the only one who's actually kind of had a glimpse into what my niche is basically gonna be.
Exactly. And so that's the thing. No, I'm loving what your niche is going to be. And if you think that I'm not getting in on a little bit of that, I'm still in, well, I was still in touch with Joker when I left.
Mhm.
He was actually living in the same apartment complex as me. He was
Yep.
like 2 buildings over.
Yep.
Is he still there?
No, I believe that whole complex got shut down, but
Oh,
he's
shit.
living with his fiance and his stepson. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, because that was the complex that landed us homeless.
Mm-hmm.
So if
I
they
think it
actually got shut
actually
down,
shut
I'm so
down.
glad.
Yeah, I think it actually got shut down.
All right, guys. We're going to bring this one to a close. We have hit that 30-minute mark.
And we
And
want these to save so that everyone can come back and see these later and see what they missed.
yes.
They'll be here next time.
So I love every single one of you on YouTube that come here and comment and talk with us and have a fun time watching our videos. I love the interactions. I know these people love the interactions, and I hope to be doing it more often. So that way you guys can have more interactions, possibly get yourselves some readings, not just from me, but everyone else here who does them. So all you random weirdos, have a good night. Stay high and happy. Make sure life doesn't get you down. And let's get things right. Bye.